Hi, very good morning to you. It's Gene from maverickstar. Guys, you know why I love this chart? Because it slaps the truth clean in their faces. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the United Nations and the European Union. You know, I heard this week that the European Union want to ban in 13 European countries agricultural production. Think about that. You know what? They are supporting the murder and the death and the continuation of wars around this world using our taxpayers' money. And you're going to think I've lost the plot with what I'm about to say next. I don't think they're human beings. I do not think that the people that run these organisations are human beings. I think they're aliens, and we are under attack right now from these organisations. Do you understand that? They are all out for killing human beings. They don't have any compassion whatsoever. Are you listening to what I'm saying? These organisations, I know it sounds like science fiction, guys, and it's coming from me, a scientist, and I'm telling you that I don't think that these are human beings running these organisations. I think they're fucking aliens. I'm not having a breakdown here, right? But I know what they are doing. You know, I had a video removed a couple of weeks ago because I told people to lay the weapons down and stop killing each other and go back to the families and enjoy a life. Might not be a glamorous life filled with money, but at least they will still be breathing. But no, what happened? YouTube pulled the video. Can you believe that? They support death, destruction, corruption. They are evil people running these organisations, and they are destroying our countries all around the world for their greed. Unelected individuals dictating to our democratically elected leaders. And I know that I can hear the laughter and the roar right now when I've just said that, because I know it feels like we were told we live in a democratic society. We're told that we got the freedoms, but when it comes down to it, just look at the behaviour of companies like YouTube, Instagram, etc. Look what they're doing, how they are treading and trashing our freedoms right in front of us, and then spending our taxpayers' money, the sweat off your back, the sweat off my back, our money on supplying countries so that they can completely eradicate the male species in some of these countries. I'm not joking. It's not just men that are fighting in Ukraine anymore, it's women as well, and we all know that. And that, a battlefield is no place really for a woman. I don't care about equal rights and whatever you've got to say on that matter. It's disgraceful that, they are supporting the death of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people and using our money to do so. You know what? We've got crises unfolding in the UK. Poverty is at an incredible level. We're seeing the same levels of poverty of what was witnessed during the Great Depression in the early 1900s. And the same in America. We're going to see people lose their houses. We're going to see people have their cars repossessed. We're going to see people starve and die of things like hypothermia because they can't afford to heat their homes. That's where we've arrived. And you know what? They've put bans on us burning wood so that we could, at least go and find a bit of wood and burn it. You can't do that in smokeless zones. And your neighbour will grass you up 10 times faster than he would do 5 years ago because he's a fucking communist. Where are we right now? How far have we fallen? But I'll just say this, and I think you agree with me. We've got much more to fall because we ain't hit the bottom yet. We're in free fall at the moment. There is a problem globally. It's not been announced. They know what's happening. They know the levels of what they've done and caused, they can't fix. And they're just shitting themselves now in these offices because they are aware already of what is coming. You know what? I hope you've got a food storage. You know, I hope you have put some provisions away. I hope that you have, you know, an inverter where you can convert some form of electricity generated by solar or wind power into, you know, your appliances at home, because we are on the doorstep of just what is about to happen. You know, we are in a climatic event, most likely, guys, brought on by a magnetic reversal, a rare event that the Earth goes through. You know, couldn't be any more worse, because we're also in a time of a low solar output. And then we've got these mongrels beating away at our pockets, trying to steal the last coins out of them. And it's acceptable. This is where we are right now. This is what's unfolding. And you ain't seen nothing yet. And I promise you now, you have not seen the worst of things to happen. You know, this is just started. Yeah? The water was coming up to a simmer. It's not boiling yet. It's gonna though. You're gonna see people drop left, right and centre like flies all around you. I hope you've got a food storage, and I hope you've got some provisions. And you know what, you might think, oh, Gene's going fucking crazy. I'm not. I'm just telling you now that the behaviour of these organisations, that they say that they are on the digital space controlling it because they don't want, you know, people like me telling you the truth. No, what they'll tell you is that I'm a terrorist, when it's absolutely a fucking load of nonsense and you know it. And you know what boils my blood even more is those stupid individuals that pop up in the comments section down there later on and will defend these motherfuckers. Because they've got no brain, they've got no grey matter in their head. It's empty. You cannot see your world is being destroyed right in front of you by these fucking criminals. You not see that? Don't support this shit. You know, we all need to take to the streets and fucking end this nonsense. Sooner the better. Because there will be nothing left if these narcissistic, evil psychopaths continue to control countries when they have not been elected. They're just a criminal organisation. They make up less than 1% of us. They're as common as CO2 in our atmosphere right now. They've got to be stopped. And I'm not joking. I really don't think that these people are human beings. Because there is no humanity in their behaviour. They love the fact of death, war, supplying arms, murdering people. You know, they love it. Destroying cities. You know, beautiful architecture that has been around for hundreds of years in some circumstances. Destroyed. You know, cities turned to rubble. That's what we're all, you know, pacified with right now and accepting. And it's not acceptable. If you're a human being, you will not accept this behaviour. This is disgraceful. And those people should be ashamed of themselves and leave office immediately. But we know there's something wrong with them because they're not like us. They don't have compassion. They don't have love. They've got no feelings. They've got no remorse. You know, they are psychopaths by every mean and, you know, description of a psychopath. They are exactly that. And if you work for these people and you hear these words, you know, I swear And I hope by Almighty God that he punishes you for your hand in helping these fuckers get away with what they've done. The blood is on your hands equally. And I hope you suffer as a result of that. These organisations have got to go. You know, we cannot have the European Union shut down 13 countries, agricultural and farming, at a time where agricultural land is going offline. That's what I say. These people aren't human beings. They don't give a fuck about human beings. They don't care that they can't afford to live. They don't care that they keep pushing themselves back. We are gentle in nature. A human being is gentle in nature. You know, we are loving, compassionate creatures made in the image of our God. These monsters, I don't know where they come from. That's why I say they're aliens. You know, their behaviour is alien. It's like they don't give a shit about human beings, and the faster that human beings die, the better for them. These people need to be got rid of as fast as we can. And we need to get and restore some form of normality back on this planet, because it is rapidly getting out of control. You know, fucking infringing on, you know, freedoms. We haven't seen that shit since, you know, the last Second World War. Banning of agriculture in a time where agricultural land is naturally going offline, caused through, you know, climate change. Nothing at all to do with CO2. Look at where you are on this chart. You're going back into a glacial period. Whether you like it or not, you are going back into a glacial period that lasts 90,000 years. What has been set up for you during that time? What has been done by any government around the world to buffer the effects of the returning back into a glacial period? Not one thing. We've had Al Gore come out in 2000 odd and say that there'd be no ice in the Arctic Circle by 2014. There'd be no polar bears because they'd become extinct, and kids would not see snow falling ever in their life again. What a crock of fucking shit. And that cunt, and I hate that word, but that cunt got a Nobel Peace Prize. They're not human beings. They are not human beings, and they should not be treated like human beings. This is the beginning of the worst things to come. I'm telling you now, you've heard it right out of the horse's mouth today. We are yet to see the worst. And I pray that you have put some provisions up, and that you have been listening to at least a couple of the videos that I've been doing for you. Because you're about to see and witness firsthand all these things that I've been talking about be unleashed. There is a link down there, and I'm not surprised if you don't want to support. That's fine. You know what? You know, you're probably dusting your fucking hands off, and you don't care about other people that are much poorer off than you, that really could benefit from the information that we provide on this channel. And you are just looking after yourself, aren't you? Oh, and I can imagine what will be in the comments section. You know what? My skin these days is getting thicker than leather. So fucking say what you want about me. But I've been here for 10 years, over a decade. You know, I spent 2 years building equipment for you guys. So you say what you want about me, because you know what? I have stayed and lasted the test of time. These jokers that pop up in the comments section are either artificial intelligence, or they are people who are narcissistic psychopaths. So I don't care, clearly, and I think you get that now. If you want to support, the link is there, and if you don't, then fuck off over to Ben Davison. That's all I've got to say. As always, bye for now.